Alright, welcome everyone to the stream. I'm Parabola with you here, just solo casting tonight, the Legends Hockey League Season 14, Week 1, Day 2. And we've got 3 great games on tonight. First up is going to be the Los Angeles Knights at the Chicago Blackhawks. That'll be on in just a few moments here as the teams are getting positioned onto the ice. After that, it'll be the Vegas Golden Knights against the Calgary Flames. And then finally, to end it, it'll be the Carolina Hurricanes versus the New York Rangers. And now, pretty interesting as both Los Angeles and Chicago got beaten pretty badly on Sunday night, and so they're both going to be looking to get back into regular season form. All 3 games on Sunday, not necessarily blowouts the entire way, but definitely a bigger margin of victory than you usually see, and on all 3 games as well. So we'll see if we get some more close games this evening. Certainly, though, the action is always great here, and you can find us at reddit.com/r/hockey question mark. Got a thriving community of like a lot of people, probably in the millions or so by this point. We're going to eclipse CS:GO one of these days. And it looks like the Kings are on the ice, and I believe Chicago is not quite ready yet. And we're going to be going in about 2 minutes here. And just for information on the stream, I do have the stream open in a separate tab, but I have to alt-tab to check the chat, so I won't be... I don't have it set to show up on my monitor. I've got it full screened on HQM right now, so if anything really needs my attention, definitely Steam message me. And it looks like they're lining out on the ice, so we'll go ahead and switch over to that view now. And teams are right. Looks good. So let's get ready for some hockey action. 5-minute periods, 3 periods, no offsides, no icing. HQM is a free-to-play online hockey simulator that lets you control the stick with every movement of your mouse. And it's one of the only games of its kind, and certainly I believe the only one that's really had any success whatsoever. So, well, the puck drops here, and we're ready for action as Chicago does win the faceoff. Fat Squirrel, newly traded from New York, gets a shot off, and Nard quickly fires it back into the zone. BG stops it at the neutral ice, sending it right back into Los Angeles' zone as the Kings set up on defense, and it was a dangerous centering pass. And here Stamkos with a shot and a big save. Narg already 2 right off the bat has had to stop 2 shots. And here's Luch now trying to receive that pass. Can't quite get to it. And Stamkos at his own blue line going deep across. Almost receives it as Galchenyuk right in front. Instead, Taser going to try to clear, but he doesn't get enough on it. Instead, Crabnetry, that's Lobster in a Bush, sends that into the Los Angeles corner. But back to Gouch, and he misses it. And so it goes to Stamkos. Luch is quickly skating up towards him into the corner and goes around with it. It's BG Pie. That's Juice on the forecheck. Sends it all the way up. Fat Squirrel not able to retrieve, and so he'll return to the forecheck as Taser grabs this behind his own net. Big body by Narg, and that's going to give him plenty of time, but a not really good pass there. That just looked like a dump to me, as Narg can't quite get to that dump, and it's behind the net. Oh, a big block there by Gouch. That's going to put it all the way back behind in Goose's corner as he stands tall in net. Stamkos retrieves on the back check to grab this, sends it around for BG Pie. That's Juice again on the forecheck, and he almost had it, but he might still have a shot here, but he shot wide. Prime opportunity, wasn't able to get it on net. And so we'll see if they can clear it out. That was shot towards the net by a defender there. And finally, they may be able to clear this out with that body into the wall. Stamkos was able to hold off Luch. And here's BG with a pretty good opportunity. Backhand shot save made. Rebound. Still bouncing in front. Fat Skull can't quite get it. And finally blocked out of the neutral zone. Stamkos is coming up to try to grab it. Instead, it gets fired all the way back into Chicago's zone as they reset. So 3 shots on net already, with less than half of the first period to play. But Juice is going to intercept this one of it. And Stamkos wisely plucks it right back into the zone, dumping it into Narg's corner. As he comes out of net, standing tall, dumps it all the way to Juice. can't corral it, but that's Luch going into the corner, and he might have possession. He's going for the wrap, but it gets blocked by the right defenseman there. And into the neutral zone it goes. Galchenyuk is now skating with it at his own blue line, turning now, firing towards the net from deep away, glitched a little bit. And turning, though, is Luch with a shot blocked by Lobster in a bush. And excellent defense here by Chicago as they have had offensive opportunities already. Here's Stamkos lining up for a shot off of the post and saved away. Narg is able to keep that out of danger. Lobster in a bush trying to grab that, blocked away by Galchenyuk. Forecheck started by Lobster, and now BG comes in on the turnover. Loose puck, chipped out towards the neutral zone. And so Stamkos will grab this one, resetting at his own corner. Far side boards, passes to Crabtree. He's receiving it. And interneutral ice. Ooh, Fat Squirrel, that was a tough receive, and that jostled off of his stick. It's going to be a shot. Save easily made by Narg. And that's 4 shots, but 2 of those are really not terribly high quality shots. So expected saves. But here's Gouch with the first opportunity. A shot saved by Goose. Into the corner it goes. What a beautiful shot and a better save. And into the zone it goes. Taser is going to track this down. Crabtree on the forecheck. Far side boards passes to Luch, but he's not there. Bounced around by Stamkos. Can't maintain it. Loose puck going to Luch. BG trying to grab that one. And he does. That's Crabtree. Receives. Oh, big body by Galchenyuk. Keeping that from being a scoring opportunity. Now Taser on the far side board. Send it near side to Galchenyuk. Back behind the net. He's got Fat Squirrel on the forecheck. Fat Squirrel will have a shot. He shoots off the near side post and back behind the net it goes once again. 47 seconds left. Plenty of action so far. Galchenyuk looking for the deep pass across. Luch does receive it, but blocked off of his stick almost immediately. And here's an opportunity into the zone with a shot off the crossbar, bouncing behind the net, and Galchenyuk has to retrieve that. Sending it across, but blocked by Lobster in a bush. Weakly shot. Fat Squirrel trying to grab that, but Narga's going to come out and clear that wisely. So 24 seconds left in the period. And crazy amount of action there. BG going far side. Stamkos blocked by Taser. And they're not going to be able to grab that one as Crabtree fires that into the zone. Fat Squirrel now with a 10 seconds on the clock. Looking for the centering pass to Crabtree, but can't quite get it there as Luch was able to get the tip. And fired into the zone. That would have been a goal, but time expired. And so Goose did not have to make the save. Los Angeles, that was going to be their second good opportunity there on net. And Capital Skis is going to be joining us here for the cast, so let me make sure I have my audio up. Can you go ahead and say a few words real quick just so I can calibrate my sensitivity?
Hello.
All right, awesome. Okay, so yeah, plenty of action already in the second period starting. Big tip, but Crab could not quite get the shot off there. Into the corner he goes. He's got a man in front. The shot and off the crossbar. Might have been a save. Couldn't tell. Back around. And Taser's not going to be able to grab this. It's going to be shot back into the zone by Crabtree. And Galchenyuk now into his own zone. Behind the net. Strong forecheck by Fat Squirrel. And Luch not able to make that play. And so Fat Squirrel passes in front. But blocked away from the net by Narg. And dumped away, but Crabtree is able to retrieve that. The backhand shot goes wide and short and trickles into the corner. And Fat Squirrel centering pass shot scores! Crabtree connects! And what a beautiful centering pass from Fat Squirrel. 1-0 Chicago.
That's going to be Chicago's bread and butter all season. Either Crab sitting in the center or him passing to the center. But regardless, LA, you have to cover that.
Oh, there it is. Another shot and off the far side post. Fat Squirrel connecting once more, this time being the shooter. And the ground shot goes in. Narg already getting pummeled. That's a 7th shot on net already.
Wow.
That is insane. And 2 of those have been weaker shots from half ice, but they have been shots. So pretty much the only thing I'm not counting as a shot is those weak passes all the way back from your own boards, basically. But yeah, this is definitely a different team already from the Chicago that showed up on Sunday night. They are coming out of the gate very fast. And I'm pretty impressed. Fat Scroll has really done great. He just got traded from New York, uh, if I remember correctly. So,
That is correct. I think it was yesterday.
and that was him for Canoodle, correct?
Yes.
Has
Not
Canoodle
a.
had any ice time?
I don't believe he's had any LHL experience. I could be wrong, but definitely not as much as Fat. Definitely a head scratcher of a trade. Really not fair, but Fat won it off from
Oh,
New
that's a
York,
centering
so I guess
pass right to Crab. He's gonna fire, and a big save by Narg. Chips it into the corner. He is really having to bail his team out as that centering pass sails wide. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the rationale was. It may have been that Fat Scroll did not want to play for the team. I'm not sure. I don't want to make any
I
assumptions
believe
there.
that was the case. I think he had requested a trade almost immediately.
That just could have been the best market value. Who knows?
Maybe.
Really, I mean, this season's been pretty rough already as far as
Hmm.
starting talent goes. Just timing and recruiting needing to wait. As Fat Scroll loses it to Taser, he's going to chip that into the zone, blocked away by BG Pie, and in his own corner now. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But there's Fat Scroll. Oh boy, big play by Gouch to keep that from being more dangerous. Fat Scroll was open deep in the zone, and so far that's 100% goal participation tonight. So small sample size, obviously, but we'll see how it goes.
Definitely weird that Fat is playing offense and Stamkos is playing defense, but I
Yeah,
guess Chicago's trying out a new formula with a puck moving defenseman,
yeah.
Stamkos.
You can't deny that Crab finds success with his strategies. So
Hmm.
it'll just be the team composition overall is just really wonky. I don't think, and I wasn't here for this, but I don't think the team composition has been this outsized between veterans and rookies entering the season since probably something like season 6 or 7 of LHL.
Yeah, definitely a large turnover rate. It'll really give these newer players some room to grow in a league where they otherwise wouldn't get ice time if the veterans were remaining. We'll
It,
likely see some breakout stars and some breakout flubs, but
yeah,
people will know where they stand.
it was nice to see Louis Friend. That's going to be a shot on net, save made by Narg. He's very dependable in net. Is able to get those saves and another one off the near side post. So that, by my count, and I'm counting some that may have not been prime shots, but that's 11 shots here by Chicago, and we're 15 seconds and a shot blocked by the defense. 15 seconds from the end of the second period. I mean, that's a astounding rate. You shouldn't see that. And there's Crab in a tree. He is wide open. If he can receive this and get the shot off, 2 seconds on the clock, but it's wide behind the net. So at the end
Yeah,
of two nothing Chicago. They've been dominating so far, getting all the offensive opportunities, and they've been just firing them right past Nargila.
a real head scratcher, and then Lucic just pulled him was having Juice play that period instead of Tall. Tall is definitely the better player as of right now and has copious amounts of LHL experience and playing a border and playing a last season JSLer over a LHL veteran is definitely not a great move against a high-powered Chicago team like
It's
this.
very odd.
But
There may be circumstances that we're not privy to right now. You never
that's
know.
also possible.
Could have been
But
playing CS:GO. I don't know. Juice did play well that while he was in, but I mean, it's just been they've been being devastated right now by Chicago. So here's Stamkos with a neutral zone pass. Fat Scroll can't track it down, but fortuitous bounce of the puck there sends it into the corner for Crab to pick up on the forecheck, and some bodies flying, and so Crab goes back on trying to prepare for the turnover, hopefully as Gouch is having some difficulty moving this puck out of the zone. Luch finally fires off the near side boards, tall midget across, and here's Taser with a one-on-one shot, and off the near side post. Really really interesting that they're not trying to work that puck farther inside. If you look at their layout, they've got 2 men on the boards there, and then Tall is kind of sticking there on the near side boards as Luch receives this one. And Fatscroll, pretty good on the forecheck there. I like what I've seen out of him so far. Pass
Yeah, he's been
going
really
deep
good.
into the corner. I don't know. It's just a very odd game so far. But that's a shot. Oh, big
What a
save by
save!
Goose off of the 0.2 second shot. What an amazing play. And a defensive collapse was saved from being a goal by Goose. Beautiful play there. And
Going to be
another
a game
shot
saver right
wide.
there. If LA gets that, they've got 3.5 minutes left to tie it up, and I think they could easily pull this overtime. But that save right there is probably securing this victory for
I
Chicago
think
right
so,
now.
as the body by Fatscroll, BG with the shot, but saved by a defender there. And now Tall Midget has a pretty good opportunity, but dangles it outside into the neutral zone. And sending it across to Luch. Big pass in front, blocked by Goose, cleared out by Fatscroll. And so again, Narg has to come out of net here, as we're halfway through with the last period of regulation. He's going to dump that right into the zone, looking for, looked like it was Tall Midget, but instead, Lobster in a bush, he's got Fatscroll ahead of him, does chip it up, and blocked away by Galchenyuk. 2:17 to go, 2-0 Chicago lead once more. And remember, both these teams lost on Sunday, so they're both looking to get any points they can, as it's important to build those early leads in the division when you can. But really, Los Angeles is just having a hard time of it. As this is a loose puck, Narg has to skate out, and he does clear it out on net, but BG Pie blocks it away from the net. 1:55 to go, and he dumps it in. Fatscroll is there, but can't quite get a handle on it. He's got a man in front. Nargila clears it around, but no one's on the near side boards. And so BG takes it over for Chicago, and looking to get a shot on net was blocked, I believe, and was towering end over end. And a centering pass, no one home. Stamkos is going to retrieve it, though, on the far point. Shot in on the backhand, going behind the net. And just under 90 seconds to go, and just no action from Los Angeles. But here might be an opportunity if BG had not made that great body on Luch. And wow, this is a spectacular performance on the forecheck and on that neutral zone defense. It's just been beautiful so far for Chicago. That 2-0 scoreline does not really represent what's going on here.
Yeah, Fat Squirrels. He's been finding the entire open ice all game long. Like LA is just forgetting about him in their own zone. It's kind
Oh,
of
sitting
understandable
pass. Oh.
down by 2 goals. You're taking more risks to try and tie this up. But even in the second period when I tuned in, he was wide open the
Oh, yeah.
majority of the time. And this game could really be blown wide open if he just got his stick on the puck a couple more times or just handled it better. But
Oh, and here's an
still,
opportunity for Luch. He gathers it, but blocked away by Goose, and that's a save. He goes back out to the point, trying to get a shot off, but dumps it in the backside. And Gauch is going to have to be on the point, tries to take a shot, bounced in, and cleared to the near side boards by BG. Loose puck, and now it's going to be a 2-0 breakaway. And it's going to be shot in off the crossbar by Crab. But with 17 seconds left to go, 2-0 lead. This is pretty well over. What a surprising letdown, really, I think, by Los Angeles, as some of that was definitely a defensive collapse, I believe, and then they were just not able to get any kind of pressure
they
on
never touched
offense.
the puck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had one shot early on that was really good, and Goose saved that, and then that one that we saw just a few moments ago that Goose was able to save off that short reaction time. So Chicago takes it 2-0 in a dominating performance against Los Angeles. And they're going to be looking to continue that on Thursday, as they'll be facing off with Vegas. They won Sunday, so puts them in good position to be competitive. Yes, I am reading chat whenever I can, Mail 4K, but I don't have it. I don't have 2 monitors up right now, so it's kind of difficult. So for a moment, I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and switch to our intro screen, just so I can show the schedule and the current stats, and we'll be back. All right, and we're back for action as both teams have filtered out onto the ice. We've got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Calgary Flames, both coming off excellent performances on Sunday night. Calgary having beaten the New York Rangers 5-0 and Vegas having beaten Chicago 4-1. So should be a great game. PK Pashing in net for Vegas. He's got Hawk, Egg McMuffin, Dialoriax, and Provorov in front of him. And Kiwi, that's goal machine broke in net for Calgary. He's got Guy Lafleur, Omaha, KS Otto, and Tony Flo in front of him. As we are underway, Egg McMuffin, big stop there by KS Otto, but picks it right back up and continues skating with it. He's in neutral ice here. Got a decent backhand shot, but whiffs it behind the net. Trying to center that is Hawk, and can't get a handle on it. And so back into the neutral zone it goes. Omaha can't track it down. Dialoriax skates around him and around another. And he's into the zone. He's got a forehand shot, but blocked away at the last second by Omaha. And shot into the corner. Dialoriax going to try to retrieve that big save by Kiwi off of that backhand shot. Did not think that was going to be a shot on net, but Dial has some really interesting angles that he can take.
Definitely a wake that.
Go ahead.
That save definitely going to be a wake-up call for Calgary. Letting Dial walk through your team twice in the first minute's generally not the best way to go about beating them.
Yeah.
So Calgary should be more awake now.
I think so. Here's Omaha trying to get cleared. Hawk is going to try to track this one down, but Dwayne Betsby cuts around, and Guy Lafleur, he's got a shot and off the crossbar. I think tipped away there by PK Pashing. And Provorov clears it out of the zone. Kiwi coming out of net. He's got Tony Flo on the opposite boards. He elects to go ahead and take that pass, but kind of flubs it again, and it's Tony Flo does grab that, but it bounces high off his stick. Hawk pitches that out, blocked away by Dwayne Betsby. And it's going to make its way all the way to PK Pashing. And I'm going to be nervous every time I say that because I messed it up so bad on Sunday night. It's going across. Guy Lafleur. He's got Egg McMuffin on his tail. Got a centering pass right there for Otto, and he shoots, scores! Ooh. Beautiful one-timer. Guy Lafleur connecting with Otto. Early 1-0 lead for Calgary.
Beautiful play. Good way to respond. I had felt Vegas had the better of the pressure through the first half of the game. And then on the first real opportunity, Calgary scores. So a good way to set the tone. Even if you're not in 100% puck control, can still strike back quickly.
I think so, yeah. Dial is obviously always kind of one of those crazy threats. Like you can never really predict what's going to happen with him. He can turn around a game quickly, but it's very important. You get that first goal, especially with 15-minute time frame. Obviously, things can happen fast, but it really helps getting out ahead. I think a little bit more so in this. I probably should look at some stats, but here's Dial into the zone. Backhand shot. Big save by Kiwi again. Rebound. Trickles out. Bodied by his own teammate is Omaha, but he does get it out, and Guy can't pick it up. It's Provorov picking it up and does get it to Hawk, but Tony Flo is going to intercept that one. He's at the blue line. Shot in. Saved by PK Pashing. I think I missed another shot, so I need to add that one. And tries to pitch it out to the point. Dial is going to pick this one up. They got a 2-on-2 going into the zone. Tony Flo back on defense. Here's a backhand shot. Big save, Kiwi, into the far side corner. And Otto picks it up. Dial still in the forecheck. Omaha's on the far side boards. And looking to try to get this one broken out. But he loses it to Hawk. Hawk whiffs on it. And so it's going to be Otto skating up with it, neutral ice. And a shot, it's going to be wide and short, bounces into the corner, far side for Dial to pick up. As Vegas looking to try to get that offense going here. Very dangerous, as we have seen already. But Otto and Guy are definitely a formidable threat, so they'll have to make sure they don't over-pursue. As that one's dumped into the zone, Kiwi staying in net, goes for the body. Can't quite get it, Dial on the forecheck, and that's just going to be dumped into the zone as KS Otto and Omaha on both sides of Provorov, and Omaha is going to stay on it. Otto breaks off, pitched all the way out to Hawk, receives it but leaves it down for Guy Lafleur, skates around one, but Provorov blocks it back into the zone. 36 seconds left to go. That pass is going to go sailing past Hawk. Can't pick it up. It's Omaha tipping it to the boards, but miscommunication as Guy LaFleur breaks off, and this could be dangerous, but blocked out. Neutral zone. Here's a shot blocked. Egg McMuffin couldn't get that on net. Dial trying to get that puck. 16 seconds left in the period, and it's going to go all the way back into Vegas' zone. And with 10 seconds, I think Vegas probably ought to go ahead and just burn this one, as they're going to send it all the way out to Hawk with a shot into the corner. And that'll be time for the first period. So after an early scare, Calgary is able to pull ahead on a shot beautifully placed. Really interesting first period, I think.
Yeah, definitely a dynamic. I think Calgary's really only had that one scoring chance they scored on, but Kyle has 3 shots by himself, which I think is all the shots
Yes.
Vegas has so far. So definitely worrisome that he's getting so many opportunities so quickly, and that Calgary really can't seem to get out of their zone right now.
Here's a lofted shot in Omaha from the point with a skyman. What a beautiful shot. That looked accidental though.
That it looked like it was deflected off the defender at the point and just lobbed in. Definitely a hard read for PK Paching. I
It's
can understand how you could struggle with that one, but Calgary once again, their short amounts of zone time are picking up goals.
There's a shot, big save by Kiwi, and he gets it past the rebound. But Hawk with a shot off of I think just outside the post. That was a beautiful opportunity, but he couldn't quite finish it. Guy loses it a little bit, but he's able to dump it right back into the zone. And so Vegas trying to collect this one. PK does get it to Egg McMuffin's stick. He's got Dial deep in the zone, but that pass is just not going to be long enough as Tony Flo cuts it off at the pass. And loose puck bounces out of the neutral zone into Calgary territory. Omaha flips it back around the boards. And I keep thinking that I've already added my shots, but I haven't. Let's see. And there's Omaha trying to fight off Egg McMuffin. And KS Auto losing it for a moment, but Guy LaFleur does pick it up off of that turnover. He's got Tony Flo across, goes for that opportunity. Hawk on the defensive side of it, does make the play, dumps it back into the neutral zone, but KS Auto quickly picks it back up. He's got Guy LaFleur across, goes for the shot, and he scores. Far side, and that's his second tonight. 3-0 lead Calgary.
Another quick strike goal from Calgary. I think their zone time's maybe 30 seconds this entire game so far. Like, it's just amazing what they can do off the rush. And Vegas has got to start keeping their defensemen play more
Oh, that's a
conservatively.
glitch
That's a
goal.
glitch goal.
I need to put that, yeah. I couldn't see who that was. Okay, yeah, Egg
It might.
McMuffin.
I think it was Austin, maybe.
Yeah, fired
But
that in from the far point. And that was a beautiful shot. Might give them the stick in the arm they need to try to pull this one back out. Hawk has really not played terrible so far. I can't say it's been great, but he hasn't been the liability that you usually expect from the newer players on their first time on the ice,
definitely,
or not
yeah.
necessarily first time.
And it just seems probably dealing with the rookie jitters a little, and then just can't quite get his stick on the puck like he wants to. So that's probably a lot to deal with.
He does get a pass off to Dial, though, but oh boy, Dial missed. That's an uncharacteristic miss. And Omaha fires that right back in the zone. PK makes the save. Oh, and that goes right to Dial's stick. He was got to come out of net, and Dial scores.
Ooh.
Wow. And so there it
And,
is. Dial lowering that margin to 1, 3-2 game.
but like I said, the amount of opportunities Dial got in the first period was indicative of how this game is going to go. He's going to get a couple more, and it's really going to be up to Kiwi to prevent Calgary from blowing a 3-goal lead.
It'll be interesting to see how it transpires. They might need to readjust some of their strategies, as they've been very successful, like you said, on the rush. But beyond that, they have not had that sustained zone pressure. And so, especially on those 50-50 pucks that somehow make their way out to Dial, those are the ones that are going to kill you. Hawk picks this up on the opposite boards. He's not going to have a shot. Tries to get that back to the point. He still somehow has it and finally blocked away by Omaha as he collects this one, sending it across for Guy LaFleur. Provorov is going to cut this one off and trying to send it across, but Otto is going to collect that one, bouncing wildly off of his stick and spinning back into the blue corner. Vegas picking it up now. Ag McMuffin back towards the boards for Omaha to take a shot tipped by two players and a huge shave by PK Pashing. Shot back across and wide of the net.
What a shot! What a shot from Omaha from the point, though. Like, one timer on a spinning puck, that's not something you see all that much, even from the best defenseman. He got it off cleanly.
Yeah,
A
Omaha's been
great save by PK.
pretty fantastic. Oh, there's a deep pass for Dial. He receives it but can't get around for the backside shot. Dial pitches that out to the boards, though. Provorov collecting it. He's not going to have time for a shot. Pokes it across, trying to get something out of that. But instead, 33 seconds into the zone, Guy LaFleur picking it up, and Quesado trying to get the shot, and finally blocked away. That puck was just mobile, stopped for a long time, rather. Shot wide behind the net, 17 seconds left to go. Trying for one more rush is Calgary. They might have it if Otto can get around these two players. 10 seconds on the clock, shot weakly across. Tony Flo picking this up, 7 seconds, looking for the centering pass. Blocked into his own net by Ag McMuffin. And that is an own goal.
That's going to be a rough one for Vegas to shake off. That's going to put doubt in everyone's mind just about defense playing it and then how far the offense can go up to get those passes. And that might be the deciding factor tonight.
I don't think they score another.
I think they get one more, maybe tie it, but I think if they get two, Calgary will get at least one more.
That was surprising. Shot into the zone, save made. And that just kind of takes the wind out of your sails a little bit. Otto blocking the pass attempt by Provorov. But he does collect it, trying to get it to Hawk, but he left his post. Dial on the forecheck now against Tony Flo. Ag McMuffin's going to strike that one right back from whence it came. Tony Flo back again, and Ag McMuffin now. And Tony Flo shot into the zone, wide of the net. Otto on the forecheck, far side or near side boards. Hawk spinning that, and that's going to be towards the net, blocked away by the defense. So 2-goal margin for Calgary, and really they just need to play good defense, have a strong forecheck, and not let up, and that's dangerous there. Hawk with a shot, big save, and another rebound opportunity, shot in, but easily slides across the net, and that was a pretty good shot by Hawk, I gotta say.
Definitely would have liked to see him elevated more. That would have been a goal if he had, but still a good positioning by the rookie, and definitely good awareness to take that shot when he did.
He'll definitely he'll make some waves, I think, in a little bit. It takes some time to develop. As that pass is going to find its mark. Dial skating in. Omaha on defense gets it around one. Backhand shot, scores! Top shelf on the near side. And that technically, that's Dial's second. So that does make the margin one. And like you said, now this they've really got to batten down the hatches, does Calgary, if they want to win this one. And that's going to be Dial. He might have a shot from the blue line on the backhand, but stopped by the defense. And the rebound goes back to Calgary, rather. 3:14 on the clock as Provorov picks this one up, sending it back to Ag McMuffin on the boards. Going across for Hawk, that's going to be intercepted by Otto, but it bounces wildly. And intercepted there. Dial can't get the stick on it. It's still bouncing a little bit. And finally to Dial, he's going to need to pass this one. He's not able to. But Hawk does dump that into the zone. And that would have been pretty much a goal for Calgary if he had not been able to get that. Hawk trying to block that one and sent into the zone by Ag McMuffin. Picking it up as Dial, trying to pass that to Hawk in front. I do like Hawk's, he's very quick to park himself right in front. And he's not afraid to be there, so I do like that.
I agree. The positioning's there. It's just the confidence and skills that he needs to work on now.
Yeah, and that one is bounced to Provorov. He is able to get it. Hawk now skating to it, and dangerous play in the neutral zone. Calgary does recover. Provorov now shooting into the zone. Vegas forechecking this as Dial. Kiwi coming out of net behind his own net to Quesado. And deep into the zone, guy can't get a handle on it. Just past his stick, PK out of net. Around the boards for Hawk, trying it again. 1:58 on the clock. Otto on the forecheck. Across. Dial might be able to get that one. And somehow he almost did. But that puck slowed down just a little bit too much. So 1:45 on the clock. And another try. It's going to be Provorov.
Ooh,
That one took a little too long. I don't like that. Ooh.
that made me nervous.
I could feel my throat tightening just a little bit more. That's scary. Tony Flo passing. Guy Lafleur is there. Receives too slow though into the zone. All he can do with it is dump it in. But that's all he needs right now is just to sustain that pressure and stay on the forecheck. Here's Austin across to Provorov. Otto is there. 50-50 puck does get it past him. Hogg jumping out of the way. Oh, he gets past another Provorov. He's going to line up a shot. Oh, big save by Kiwi. And the rebound is blocked back into the corner by Guy Lafleur and into the neutral zone.
Was that Hawk or Provorov who had the puck there?
That was Provorov with the shot. I didn't see who had it out of the zone.
Mm-hmm.
So 54 seconds left, and maybe a dangerous mistake here as that puck is still floating behind the net. Tony Flo is going to try to dump this one out. The pass goes wide of Otto's stick. Hawk is going to collect this one. 41 seconds left. Just a 1-goal lead for Calgary as Ekman-Guffin shuffles that pass, but Provorov not able to get it. Shot on net. Big save, PK. 31 seconds left. That's their 10th shot for Calgary. And Provorov, 26 seconds left. He's got Ekman-Guffin around, going for Dial. Hawk is deep in the zone. Dial getting it around. 1, 2, 3. He's got a breakaway with a backhand opportunity. Shoots, scores!
Oh,
and Hawk on the tip
tipping.
to tie it up. Oh, my gracious.
What a comeback and perseverance by this Vegas team. The lack of possession has really bitten Calgary in this last period, as they have had no zone time and one shot that we just saw, I believe.
Wow. It's overtime. Calgary, Vegas. Dial with an amazing break through the neutral zone, getting it around 2 defenders, lining up a shot, and then Hawk tipping it in. And what an amazing comeback. So guaranteed points for both teams as we go into overtime. The loser gets 1, winner gets 2. Shot into the zone. PK staying in net. That's Provorov retrieving that one. But Otto is going to grab that, and a big save there. Recovery by the defender as the puck is kind of fluttering around on neutral ice. Several flails later, makes its way to Guy Lafleur, blocked away. And Kiwi is going to come out of net and dump this high into the zone. Otto is there. He's deep, but blocked just as high by Provorov, I think. And that's Hawk on the forecheck. He may have an angle on this puck, and he does, but no one in front right there to finish it. The Dial was coming there, but the angle just wasn't quite what it needed to be. Dial, oof. Dangerous opportunities. Here's Provorov with a shot, and off the weak side post, save.
I think Kiwi got a piece of that one, actually.
I
Just
believe
tipped
so.
it wide.
If
But
he didn't
Kiwi's
contact
been
that would have been.
outstanding
Oh,
this
there's
game.
Otto. Dangerous. At the blue line, cutting in. Provorov making the play. Here's Omaha at the point. He's got a shot. He's going to have to shoot fast, though. He's not going to have that angle for much longer. As PK does clear that around, but Tony Flo's there on the opposite boards, sending it right back in. And PK, for a moment, went, but decided, no, too dangerous, too risky. And back right again. Omaha is forechecking this one mercilessly off of the post. And they're going to need to clear this one and get reset on positioning. PK is going to need to clear this one fast, and he does so. That's Dial deep in the zone, but just a little bit past his stick. And so this offers Vegas a well-needed opportunity to relax a little bit, get back in shape after that difficult set of chances.
Definitely. That was Calgary's longest time of zone possession this entire game. And it came in overtime, and they really need to get a goal here and reward Kiwi with a win for his outstanding play. But
oof, shot off the post. Yeah, Calgary is starting to get more zone time. They're playing more aggressively. Shot, Otto, save made, rebound, opportunity, shot off the weak side post, tipped in by Provorov, and another own goal.
Oh my lord!
2 own goals by 2 separate players on Vegas, and they lose it in overtime. That is stunning.
What a game. This, well, we're left speechless, as
I don't
any
know what to
listener could
say.
tell.
Yeah.
But a great game from both teams. Definitely the matchup we thought it would be. Calgary jumping out to a quick 3-0 lead and then going up 2 more goals after Vegas gets two. Vegas battling back, and then to have it end that way in overtime is just heartbreaking. But big story of the game, Hawk, very good for his first, or was it? Did he play Sunday?
I'm not sure. Let me check on that real fast. I didn't remember that he did, but you never know. I'm kind of brainless sometimes when I cast. So
But regardless, very good performance from him. Gonna be he's gonna be around the LHL for a long time. It looks like from this one game I saw of him.
yeah,
But
that's his first ice
Kiwi
time
is
this
the main
season.
story tonight. Had what, 7 saves on the night? Or
Yeah.
close to it?
I mean,
Yeah, and not an easy one among them, all from within the blue line and a couple point blank. But definitely the reason Calgary won tonight. And he's got to feel good about himself after this one.
man. Yeah, that was something else. So as we can see here, we've got Carolina versus New York coming up in just a few minutes once everyone gets filtered in. Man, I'm that was an incredible amount of skill, and then just right time, right place, or wrong time, right place, or right time, wrong place. You never know how to say it, but 2 own goals. You can't do that. I think you were right about that first own goal kind of coming back to haunt them. They really never fully recovered. They did have a lot of offensive time after that, but after I can't believe that second one too.
That just seemed unlucky. The
Yeah.
first one seemed a bit unavoidable. I'm not sure what your I understand the thinking, got to block the shot from the slot, but just a rough way to do it. And then the second one is, I don't think Kapanen or PK saw where that puck was, and Cap was just looking to find it and accidentally nudged it in, and PK couldn't pick it up in time, and it trickled over the goal line in heartbreaking fashion for them.
That's tough. Well, puck's about to drop, and it does here as we're ready to get started for the Hurricanes versus the Rangers. As Meat Sales in net for his team, New York. He's got Jabba, Dick McButts, Marchie, and Kilpessel in front of him as Gabe quickly fires and scores from the blue line. A lofted shot off of a block, and quick 1-0 lead for Carolina here.
It should be noted that New York has no typical defenseman playing right now. Or I guess they have Joppa, but he's playing forward with Dick Butts. And it's Marchie and Kill Pestle on D, which may not be the recipe for success Meatsale thinks it is.
We'll have to see. There's a centering pass blocked away smartly by Gabe. And what I really love, I've played with both Gabe and Selfplug. They're both very talented players in their own rights. But if Gabe can kind of center his team together, Gabe and Selfplug are both fantastic. If they're passing, uh, there is there is always going to be some points put on the board by that team. I don't think they're going to get shut out if they're both
Well,
starting.
that's the silver bullet with this Carolina team, whether or not they'll pass to each other.
They did really well on Sunday. We'll see if it continues. There's a tip in front, but it can't finish. Another one shot finally, and Sully makes the save. And Sully, I think this is his first LHL season after what two or three seasons. That's a long shot.
I think the last time he played was on Buffalo
Is
2 seasons ago,
it
but did
12?
not
Okay,
play
yeah,
last season in the LHL.
yeah.
And starting over K-Bomb, a longtime LHL veteran. So definitely, I could see K-Bomb earning the spot back or Sully keeping it. I think it's up for anyone. But I guess you go with the hot hand, and Sully is that right now.
Sully has been fantastic in practice and pubs if you've seen him at all. And obviously small sample size, but Meat Sale coming into the game with a 55.5% save percentage. Here's Kill Pestle, might have an opportunity in the backhand, blocked by several of those defenders. Pitches it back out to the point, and sent in. And Self plug squelches that opportunity. He's got Gabe in front of him. Drag deep inside. Here's going to be a really prime opportunity. He shoots, he scores. Far side post. 2-0
Good
lead.
shot. Good body by the forward there. I think it was Jabba. No, not Jabba. He's on the other team. Drag,
Yeah.
who bodied the defender at the blue line, allowing Self Plug to walk in. But good heads up play from Drag right there and allows Self Plug to get an easy shot away.
Yep. And yeah, like they're saying in chat, I do believe that was a Gabe on the assist. So, oh, there's another. This may get ugly quick, as obviously things can change as we've seen. But already 2 quick goals, 3 minutes having been played here in this first period. And didn't really even get a chance to read out Carolina. Obviously, as we've said, they've got Sully in net. Self plug, Gabe, Drag, and Big V, Tanuk V. And all very excellent players, and really more of the typical powerhouses as you would expect to see, on an LHL lineup. And that's not to, never to besmirch anyone's name, but they have more of a traditional what you'd expect to see in the last 2 season LHL lineup.
It's almost a season or a team that looks like a team from 3 seasons ago with 2 set defensemen and 2 typical offensemen. Like that, you really don't see anymore, just due to the high rate of retirement from the D corps in the LHL.
Yeah, Gabe has put himself together a pretty solid team. We'll see if they can. I think the execution is going to be the question. That there's no question of the talent on this team. It's if they
Definitely, and then
the presence in TeamSpeak, getting those practices going, and making sure that communication stays, no chippiness, that kind of stuff. Because there's a lot of teams that are fantastically talented, but the second things start to go wrong, it goes bad. There's a shot off the far side post, and no save recorded, as that wouldn't have gone in, but he was able to clear it out. And
that's definitely a concern with Carolina. Just what happens if this team just gets blown out or starts just unluckily losing a couple games in a row? Because as good as Gabe and Self-Plug are, they are not known for their calm composure and level-headedness when things hit the fan.
not historically. I think Gabe last season. Uh, I've played, I think, what, 2 seasons with him, 3 seasons. I'm not sure which, but this season or last season he was pretty good. Self plug, the jury's out. Love his skill. I don't know if he'll be able to be turned around, but you never know. It'll be interesting as Carolina wins the face-off, quickly pitched into the zone. And I've only recorded those 2 shots by Carolina so far, and the one from New York. I haven't seen anything else. I hopefully didn't miss anything.
You want to describe what this is we're watching real quick? We have a question from the chat.
So this is Hockey Question Mark. It's a free online first-person hockey game, and it's one of the first of its kind. Essentially, the idea is that in games like NHL 17, you use a controller, and all the shots are done based on your skill level, where you're aiming it with your left trigger, or your left stick, and stuff like that. Whereas there's no stats, there's no attributes that change how you play in the game. It's literally everyone has the exact same performance. So it's just a matter of getting your stick where it needs to be, and firing and passing, all that kind of stuff. It's all manual. As well, goalies have no body collision, so any saves are made with the stick, which often you see a lot more saves having to be made. Obviously, with the stick is the only way to save it, but a lot more goals tend to be scored, as the periods are only 5 minutes long. But other than that, no penalties beyond goalie interference. And stick and face, so offsides, defensive interference, that type of thing, icing, none of that matters here. So it's a free game. You can find us. There's a link in the bottom left, reddit.com/r/hockey question mark. And here I think is going to be a great opportunity if Gabe can get around one, but he finally gets squelched there by Jabu, I think, as this action's been mostly in the neutral zone for the last minute and a half, I think. But yeah, it's a great community. We've got 3 separate leagues. This is the top one, and there's 2 others that play on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And
Not Fridays anymore, but
oh, is it just Mondays and Wednesdays?
yes, HQML no longer plays,
Oh,
so
that's
no
right.
Friday games.
Rip. So at some point we'll have Friday games again, though. But you can always pick us up in the pub, just joining in. There's a shot high above the crossbar, going to the opposite boards. Self plug, sending it back around. About halfway done with the game here, 2-0 lead for Carolina. They played well so far. They had a blowout on Sunday. They were the victors of. So we'll see if they can continue that performance, as New York really has not had any offensive presence to speak of so far. Here might be an opportunity as Dickenbutt's trying to cut inside, bounces it off the boards one more time, and Selflug is going to get that one as 2 sticks collide. Marchi grabs that one, 2:07 on the clock, bounces it high off the boards, trying to get that one in front, but that's a very difficult play to make. Here's a wrap opportunity for DMB, but he misses. And that one just slides harmlessly across the ice, shot back in off the post, and behind the net it goes. Gabe now on the far side boards looking to try to grab that one. Gets it to Self-Lug, launches it into the zone. There's drag, but cleared away by Meat Sail into the corner. He's got to get back in net. Here's Gabe with a shot, and I think a save. I think that was on net. Beautiful shot, better save. And Big V receiving that one. D&B on the forward check. He's cutting inside, finally makes the pass. It's going to serve as a dump as Kilpessel juts a stick out there, bounces it towards the corner as Gabe spins and circles, going for the pass. Jabu picking it up, and the body, big shot, but going wide. And that's a prime opportunity that you can't waste against this team. Carolina has plenty of firepower, and so far their defense has been great. And there's a big shot and a score by Gabe, his second of the night.
That's a
Meatsail not
save
able to get
Meatsail's
that
got to
one.
make right there. But so far, a very convincing performance from Carolina. New York really hasn't put up much, if any, of a fight, and Carolina has really just been having their way this game. And that's definitely going to help this team gel together more, getting some wins under their belt, some confidence in each other. And really, this team's coming together right now.
I think the concern for all the other teams in the league is that this is kind of momentum, right? This is going to be a team that's more prone, I think, to streaks than maybe others. If you let them on the good streak, though, you're going to be screwed for the season.
Definitely.
And that's not obviously any given day, but with this talent, if they know what they're doing and they're executing, uh, the deck is stacked against you. I think they're probably one of the contenders. I think the top 2 in the league right now. As
I'd
Marchi
give a.
receives that one.
I'd say them, Calgary, and Vegas are the top 3 from what I've seen so far. But
I think so.
very early in the season, no need to be predicting Cup finals now.
Yeah.
But
There's plenty of time for that. At the end of 2, it's 3-0 Carolina, and that's on the stick of Gabe and Self-Plug. Gabe 2, Self-Plug 1 goals they've scored. As Gabe bringing it in and bodies DMB after the pass and gets it to Self-Plug, and he's going to cut inside. Oh, but Kilpessel, great play there to be patient and wait for it. But Self-Plug does get it out to the front, and there's going to be a shot and a score by Gabe. He's hat trick, and Self-Plug his second assist of the night. So 4-0 Carolina.
like I said, there's a little concern with having Kilpessel on defense. Not that he's playing bad. It's just he's new to the position. He's never played it before, and he's going to be making mistakes that a more veteran defenseman wouldn't. And then not just slamming that puck out right there when you're being pressured by 2 people, instead trying to control it in your own zone is definitely not the right play right there.
Right.
And it's a learning experience, but definitely a question mark for
Oh,
New
missed
York.
it. There's drag with a shot and a save by Meatsail as he came out for that one. Yeah, Meatsail's already had to come out twice in this first minute of the last period. But here's Kilpessel bringing it through. He's got a backhand shot, misses off the crossbar, And back behind the net on the near side. Centering pass shot scores! DMB had the stick right there and just tipped it right in on the pass by Jabu. And so finally, getting on the board here with 3:50 left to play. And that was a well-needed goal.
Yeah, that is what DMB is known for, those in-tight, finesse-like goals, tipping, dangling.
Another shot on net. No, it's a crossbar. Goes out, pass in front, blocked. Yeah, that is his game style for sure.
I will say, though, I think this Carolina team would have a much more difficult time with both Vegas and Calgary, as when the puck is in their zone for a little bit of time, they seem to collapse defensively to the right in front of the goalie's crease, and that is not a good defensive strategy for teams that are set up more traditionally with two people at the point and one guy in the corner, where there are a lot of options.
They give them
Definitely
time
going
to
to have to be
execute.
something they consider playing a different team.
Yeah. And obviously, with all the game here's a prime opportunity. Gabe has drag right in front. JSL pass shot
What a
in
goal!
midair, and boy, fourth. And
Just
DMB saying some BM. I don't know
that's just a highlight goal right there.
that's a great shot.
Like really, you should have more than one defenseman back at a time and take the body instead of trying to go for the puck. But I don't think there's any way that's getting stopped with that situation right
Yeah,
there. Like,
no, that's just a prime shot. Gabe is really great at that. DMB shot off the weak side post. Marchie behind the net. They've got 3 players behind the net. New York
yeah,
is
like
really not doing good on positioning.
like I said, neither team has had stunning positioning this game. It's really Carolina playing the cluster defense and New York some not really using those points or trusting them, I guess, to get some shots on net. As every single possession in Carolina's zone, Kilpessel and
Just save.
Java, or not Java, Marshy have been wide open at the point. So really something they're going to have to start using if they want to succeed in the league.
I think we'll see. I think Meat Sale probably needs to be more communicative. If I'm just guessing here, but it's tough because he's been a goalie. Uh, Pretty much, he transitioned to goalie what 4 seasons ago. It's been a while, right?
I believe he's played goalie his entire career.
I thought there was one point where he wasn't, but maybe not. As DMB had that for years and no passing option. Finally does get it across. Behind the net it goes. DMB is there, tipping it in front, shot, save. And just 3 shots to New York's name to speak of so far. This game is almost over. We're 14 minutes into a 15-minute game. That's not good. As
Dominating performance from Carolina tonight.
yeah, Carolina
It just
3-on-1 into the zone, dangles it past, and this is going to be an easy goal. Big V.
oh my, like yeah, that was minor league defense right there. You can't back skate away from the play and just stand still hoping the other guy makes it. You got to talk to each other. Someone's got to say, I'm going for the puck. Or
Oh,
at the very least, Metail's got to tell.
here's DMB though. He gets it in past the block, but I think it's too little, too late. I don't
Yeah,
think
and
this matters.
there's no way they're coming back. It's DMB doing what he does. And if you're New York, you kind of wish this had happened earlier, but it's not really his fault. They haven't had the puck all game.
And that was just a bounce. I mean, there's nothing
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
wasn't necessarily skill. That was just a matter of getting a 1-on-0 and finishing. And this game's over. As Gabe's going to skate this one in and collect another goal probably. And yet there it is, 5.
yeah, but like, what is the defense doing right there for uh, New York? Like they were nowhere to be seen. The two offensemen were trying to back check, but there was no pressure from the defense. Like that's no way to defend against someone like, especially like Gabe. And really, just a poor showing from New York all around, and a very offensively explosive game for Carolina. Really showing their strong suit here.
I think as we go into the season, teams that are more suited to match Carolina's game plan, uh, Carolina is going to have to work a bit harder. Is that never to say anything because obviously that was a dominating win. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
negative really to speak of in that game. But
No.
points they'll have to watch out for. That was a little bit too easy for them. Um, they're
Yeah.
they're gonna have to make sure that they play smart on Thursday. They're gonna be going up against Vegas, and obviously Vegas coming off that big overtime. Getting an
Disappointing.
overtime loss. But I was thinking of Sunday rather. Um, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Carolina can carry that through. But they're in first place, 2 wins, 6 points,
I believe they tied with Calgary. Or no, Calgary only got 2 points today.
overtime win. Yeah. So yeah,
This
Calgary's got
league needs to
5.
move back to the 2-point system.
How long ago was it that that was switched?
I'm pretty sure it's always been like this.
Okay,
That's a question for Dial. He's been here forever,
gotcha.
but Dave definitely player of the game in this last one. But just 5 goals,
Oh yeah,
dominating performance. They if no one else even gets a shot on net, they still handedly win this game. That's what Gabe has to do. And really, last season really wasn't his best. I think points wise, I wasn't
he
quite paying
he
attention, so I
struggled
could be
both
wrong.
on Toronto and Winnipeg. There was not a whole lot of scoring support. He had a lot more assists, but he overall had a hard time.
Yeah, but a confident Gabe is something this league should be scared of if you're not on his team.
Yeah,
That's what we saw tonight.
I think so. And their performance against Los Angeles on Sunday night, well, not quite as many goals, but they 4-0. They've blown out both of their opponents, so they're going to be going for a perfect week, and we'll see them first up, Vegas at Carolina, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that stream will be actually twitch.tv/IBN1. So you can head over there, and Winters is going to be casting those games on Thursday nights.
Oh, Winters is back.
Oh yeah, yeah. What is dead may never die. Uh, and I think our schedule needs to be updated because it still says HQM Network, but it's definitely twitch.tv/IBN1, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that one down right there in the chat for our very small cast of viewers to go and see. But hey, it was great having you guys with us. Cap, thanks for coming in and helping me cast. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it. It was nice to have someone else in the booth.
What days do you normally cast?
I'll be casting Tuesdays for the rest of the season. I'll have a one
Okay.
week break the beginning of May, but then I'll be right back to it. So, and then I'll until they find a regular Sunday streamer, I'm going to try to fill in for those days.
All right.
So
I would more than happily come stream with you Sundays, as
sounds
long as the Caps aren't playing a playoff game. And then
sounds good to me. Yeah, there's been a lot of scoring so far in these first 2 games. I think defenses will start to tighten up. But other thing to think about, though, I mean, and again, I try not to be too dramatic when I talk about this kind of stuff because a lot of these people are good friends of mine. So like I'm not trying to like man they're bad, but meat sale. I know there were a lot of prime opportunities they had to face, but what 10 shots, 7 goals.
well, let's be fair to Meat Sale. How many of those were savable? What, they had one long shot the whole game and everything else is point
Yeah,
blank.
that's true. Yeah, it's tough.
Like
I mean, you expect to have your defense not just completely collapse on you like that.
but you need some kind of defensive press. It might as well have just been Otto and Jabba on the ice for as much as Archie and Kill did that game. Like I I, I really think he's gonna have to make some lineup changes after this one. Get a solid defenseman in his own zone.
I mean, he does have on the roster. He does have Sir Gregors, and I know. I think Gregors was in last season in LHL. I don't remember what his stats were, but I don't remember him
He
having.
was a backup for Chicago. I don't believe he had any games played. Maybe one, but
I actually can look right here because Ta-da! The spreadsheet has it. For Chicago, you said?
Yeah, but like definitely next game, I'm putting Gregors in over Kilpessel.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's no doubt Kilpessel is the more talented player, but he's just not comfortable with the defensive position that Gregors has been playing his entire career.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and it's
like
tough.
I
It's tough to slide into a new position. I mean, I got destroyed. I was gonna be goalie. You know what? Uh, last season,
three
two
seasons
seasons ago.
ago was it with
No,
no 4 seasons ago I think when you
no,
were playing on
no. I was gonna
Toronto.
be full time goalie, not just overall. ODG.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do it because I was getting good in practice, and then like I wasn't doing well. Our defense wasn't doing well. There was some lag issues. It's not me. It's the ping. But I mean, like once those first two goals came in, it was the easy goals that I was flailing on and missing, and it was
Yeah.
it gets away from you real fast.
It like everyone when you move up leagues or a new position, it takes time to get comfortable with that position. Pubs help, but it's really not the same kind of feeling as playing a game where it's one goal and it's up to you to like make or break the game. That's just not something that can be replicated outside of just game experience. Why
Yeah,
so many people struggle their first season.
yeah. Once you get on the ice and the game is going, your mouth gets a little dry. It's harder to talk. You kind of shudder up a little bit, right?
Your hands start shaking.
Oh yeah.
Like
Like it sounds funny because oh it's just a video, but I mean, there's no money on the line here or anything like that. But for a lot of us, this is just one of those weird online games that we found, and it was like, whoa, there's a community for this, and or we joined and got beat up by some really awesome guy in a pub, and was like, oh, I can do better than that, and then 2 years later, you're like, what am I doing with my life?
yeah, like I think the biggest thing is just like I don't know anyone in the LHL who's not just insanely competitive. Like
Yes.
that's the biggest reason that we all play this, just to screw over someone else. Just
And I mean, but it is a fun game to play. Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. Um, it's fantastically fun. And we've got three separate leagues, like I said. I see. Let me alt tab over. I was gonna, since some people haven't seen it from a first person view before that are watching right now. So JMOS, there are 6 teams in this league. You can see them all right here. They're all represented. It's Calgary Flames, Carolina Hurricanes, Vegas Golden Knights, Chicago Blackhawks, Los Angeles Kings, and New York Rangers in order top to bottom. Those standings will be updated next time we cast. Um, but for each team this season in the LHL, there are a total of 11 players. But I believe, how many of those are prospects? Two? Yeah, two
Uh,
prospects.
the
Um,
prospect system's a little weird. I
it,
don't think we need to get into it
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not. Yeah, but essentially nine plus two that can be called up, and then the RSL and JSL. RSL still has 6 teams, right? Didn't they move down to six? Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
did.
think every league's is 6 teams this
JSL is
season.
only 4.
Oh, okay.
Um, but for the RSL, I think there's similar numbers of players. Um, yeah, 7, 8. I can't count. Yeah, eight players on RSL. JSL has kind of shrunk a little bit. Usually we'd have 6 teams, but we're trying to work on getting more recruits in. So
I believe the recruiting wave will happen after the season, in July. So
oh, that's right. So the reason that there's only 4 teams on JSL is it's hard to get everyone to show up. I guess the JSL is a little bit less. It's not that it's not competitive, but
it,
uh,
it,
there's less
well,
people saying, "Oh, I'm going to show up every time." Like, "Oh, I'm going to." So you've got to have more players, and so because of that, each roster has something like 13 players, some even
well,
more. So
it's also just everyone
it's a
who doesn't make the
developmental league.
top two leagues gets put into that one. And just
Yeah, but the game's a lot of fun to play. Um, you can pretty much hop on any server and just kind of pop in and take a look around. And I was gonna, hopefully, if I can get my thing to pick up here, I was gonna show what it looks like just since some people might just watch this and just like kind of not think of it ever again. Um, but as you can see, first person view, you have full control of your stick, up, down, left, right, control for crouch, and it's all about momentum and finding open passes. You've got a map on the top right the whole way, and I'm not always really great at it, and then there's a little bit of lag. So, like I said, I'm not bad. It's just lag. That's always the problem. But it's a lot of fun to play, and as you can see, even some of the players that lost really bad are still playing in pubs. So there's a lot more to it than just the games we play on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. It's a pretty vibrant community. It's small, so there's not a whole lot of structure beyond the leagues. It's pretty much just if you want to play, just join a pub and start talking, and don't be surprised if someone takes it upon themselves to explain what to do or not to do if they notice you're new and that you end up leading to some really bad goals because everyone does it, even if you have more experience. But yeah. All right, before this file gets too big, I think I'm going to go ahead and end out the stream. So
Yeah,
thanks
we've
everyone
been
who
talking
watched.
for close to 10 minutes now, but
Yeah, yeah, it's time. But yeah, like I said, thanks for being with us. Thanks, Cap, and see you back twitch.tv/IBN1 on Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and then back here same time Sunday and Tuesday for streaming. So have a good night.